Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unboxed. I'm so glad that you've joined us today. So we have been talking about how emotionally mature are you, specifically as a leader. Leaders have to be emotionally mature. And I want to continue to share with you not only my journey, but I also want to share with you the secrets and the tips that I've learned on how you can continue to grow and to develop in your level of emotional maturity. Stick around. I'm Dr. Robert Davis, family life educator and relationship coach, and welcome to Unboxed, a frank and straightforward conversation about relationships. We're going to talk about family, church, workplace, and all other types of relationships. Join me for the next few moments as we unbox the power and potential of relationships and help you to live your best life. Hello, once again, everyone. And like I said, welcome to Unboxed. I want to ask you to please like, subscribe, and share. That's right. Like, subscribe, and share. And I want to say that this has been an exciting adventure for me. And I apologize. Just want to get all my stuff lined up here. This has been a very exciting journey for me as we have been going through and talking about what it means to be emotionally mature. What does it mean to actually be authentic leaders? You know, this is the heart of the issue. Emotional maturity, being authentic leaders. This is what it's about, because it's not just showing up at work, it's showing up in every facet of your life. So let's jump right into this. One of the things we talked about last time we were together is what reveals our emotional maturity. And the answer to, how can I tell, what is the scale? How can I know whether, how emotionally mature I am, or where I'm kind of landing in my level of emotional maturity? And the answer is this. The answer is actually a question, and that is, how much of your mental health and emotional functioning is determined by the relationships you are a part of? How have you answered that question is going to put you up there. Have you grade yourself on that? Especially if you're going to do it honestly. How much of the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I interact with people, how much of that is determined by the relationship that I'm in, rather than just me being who I am. Sammy Davis Jr. sings that song, I Gotta Be Me. One of the songs I really do love. I love that I Gotta Be Me song. So we're going to talk about, how do I develop that emotional maturity? And so when we are not emotionally mature, as I shared before, we allow other people to have a huge impact and influence on our lives. What emotional maturity does is it allows us to be aware of others while at the same time being and thinking and governing for ourselves. See, as I shared with you before, authentic leaders are self-differentiated. In other words, they are able to answer that simple question: this is who I am. As I told you before, I've kind of wrestled before with the whole idea of, who am I apart from my culture and ethnicity? Who am I apart from my religious tradition? Who am I apart from my job? And this is something I struggled with a lot when I was a pastor, because that separation of who am I apart from being a pastor? Who am I apart from working for the denominational organization? It was something that I wrestled with. And as I told you before, I sacrificed my family. I sacrificed my own emotional health. I sacrificed my own financial health. And it was not because the organization was evil. Had I been a lawyer, had I been a doctor, had I been an engineer, had I been a bus driver, I would have done the same thing, because I was unable to separate what was in the best interest of myself and my family from the response and affirmation that I needed from the organization that I was working for. That's not the organization's fault. That was something that was pre-programmed into me before I was even born. This is something that I'm dealing with, and this goes from being other focused to self-focusing, rather than looking and saying, oh man, they set up there and moved me. They put me in churches and they knew they had bad schools. The question I need to ask myself is this right here. What was it about you that allowed you to send your children to poor schools? What was it about you that allowed yourself to be moved from one city to the next without the proper financial assistance that was necessary to compensate for your wife's income and all those other things? That's not on them. That's on me. That's on me for not asking those questions. And that's what we talk about when we talk about emotional maturity, is when we say, you know what? What is it about me that is allowing others to have that type of control over my life? What is it about me that needs that approval? Why am I so fused into relationships that my self-esteem, my identity, and all of these things are determined by other human beings? My belief systems, my morals, my values, the things I will and will I do are determined. So rather than saying, why are they moving me? Why are they not compensating me correctly? Why are they pointing you? The real question is, why am I? What is it about me? What is it about my need for relationships and affirmation and approval that allows me to put myself in those type of positions? And that really is the crux of emotional maturity. That's the crux of emotional maturity. I got a lot that I want to share with you, but I want you really just to chew on that. The first step in becoming emotionally mature is when you begin to ask yourself that question, not why are they doing it, but why am I allowing it? Not why are they acting this way, but what am I doing to contribute to how this thing is flowing? You see where I'm coming from? So you think about it. I want to put it from this perspective. One of the things that Seventh-day Adventist pastors do is many times we have to pastor churches that have schools. And sometimes we have small schools with only one teacher that covers, up to eight grades. And the schools are inadequately staffed and inadequately able to provide good education for our children. But there is a pressure that is placed on pastors to support the schools. They say things like the pastor's children need to attend the school that the church has. I get that. It makes sense. How are you going to be the CEO of a company and you don't even use the product? There's a disconnect. The CEO of Coca-Cola should not be, his refrigerator should not be full with Pepsi. His refrigerator needs to be full with Coca-Cola. I get that. But here's the thing. If the CEO of Coca-Cola really believes that Coca-Cola is a subpar product that is ultimately going to be detrimental to his health, then he has an obligation to say, I'm not going to drink that. I'm only going to drink Pepsi, which, really is what so far as health benefits are concerned. But you get my point. I'm going to drink Pepsi. But now what he cannot do is drink the Coca-Cola, and then say, well, the Coca-Cola company put all this pressure on me to drink Coca-Cola. The board put all this pressure on me to drink Coca-Cola. It's their fault that I'm drinking Coca-Cola. No, it's your fault that you were not differentiated, well-defined enough to say, you know what, here are the things that I will and will not do. These are the things that are important to me. This is where I draw the line. I'm gonna read that song to you by Sammy Davis Jr. And we're gonna pick up on this tomorrow. He says, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, talking about emotional maturity, whether I find a place in this world or never belong, I gotta be me. I've got to be me. What else can I be but what I am? I want to live, not merely survive. And I won't give up this dream of life that keeps me alive. I got to be me. I've got to be me. The dream that I see makes me what I am. That faraway prize, a world of success, is waiting for me if I would heed the call. I won't settle down, won't settle for less, as long as there's a chance that I can have it all. I'll go it alone. That's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I got to be free. I've got to be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I've got to be me. I got to read that one more time. I'll go it alone. That's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I've got to be free. I've got to be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I've got to be me. You get that song in your mind and you really will begin to understand what emotional maturity is all about. It is really about saying, I am responsible for me. I am responsible for my actions. I will unbox the power and the potential of my leadership, unbox the power and the potential of our relationships. We're going to pick this up again tomorrow. I'll see you then.
Seasoned with Grace, Unboxed also provides healthy relationship training and leadership development for businesses, churches, and community organizations. For a free consultation to discuss your team's needs, please contact us at our website at swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org.